Hey guys, Tony here. So I wanted to give you guys another example of how I tend to play breakout stocks, right? And it's using that same strategy that I used for Express, and also the same example that I used for Clove. So an example like this, I'm basically on the day chart, right? And all I'm really doing is kind of basing this off of the Fibonacci retracement. But instead of using it as an actual retracement, we are using it we're using it like a forecast. So instead of doing something like this, right, and trying to figure out what the retracement actually is, so it's like right now we're looking at, it retraced from 382, it retraced from the fib level of 382, and then it bounced up higher, right? So we're not trying to use it as a retracement, we're trying to use it as a forecast. Essentially, that's what we can do here, right? So we are going to be using it from, instead of doing low, which is right here, low to high, and I always use the wicks. I always use the wicks to record low and highs. I don't start from the candle open or close. So we can basically go from the high, take it all the way to the right, and then go all the way down to the previous, to that low, which is right at $19 for, and I'm using a random, I actually just went on Robinhood, and I looked at a random mover for the day, right? So let's put it right there, like 1888, sure, that's fine. And like I said, I'm just using a random ticker, and I'll probably do this play on Monday just to see if it actually hits, to show you guys like the strategy, what to do, what to not do, etc., whatever. But this is basically it, right? That's really all I kind of do. I look at the charts. Where are we on the weekly? The weekly is the what is it? Cricket. So it's not a relatively sorry, it is a relatively new stock, right? It started trading back in March 25th, so it really only has a little bit. The good thing is that it's been consistent, right? It had its lowest low as 14, again at $19, lowest at 1870 again, but it's consistently going higher, right? The good thing is it's consistently on an uptrend, which means that this play might actually work out, just because historically it's been kind of just uptrending from here, right? And I can go into trend lines or whatever, but I don't really care about it right now. Again, day chart looks bullish. Why? We created that sell-off on the MACD, and the Stoke cleared that blue line over the red line, and we can even go on the shorter time frame. Again, everything looks bullish, so we're good to go. So for the daily, we basically look at the chart, do that fib from high to low, so we can give us that forecast, which would be up here of $51. So in a case like this, we don't know how long it's actually going to take to hit this $51 price forecast, right? But again, if you guys saw my previous video, you guys know that I don't set it up at this forecast of 51.39. I actually set it at 5% lower. So my take profit would actually be here, closer to that $48 level, like 48.77, 48.50, just to be more on the conservative side, right? And that means that my profit would actually be from here, forecast. So from we said it was what, 48 something, right? Like 48.70, 48, let's go 48.50. So from the buy-in of $41 and like 90-ish cents all the way up to 48.54, 48.70, you would see a 15% increase on price, right? So generally if you were to buy shares, you would only see a 15% increase on your shares. But if you were to buy calls, this would be closer to, maybe like another 100%, maybe 200%, right? Just on this move to the upside right here, right? If it stays consistent, which most of the time, if you break previous highs, I'd say like 95% of the time, it's going to hit this. Now, I don't want to say this 51 fib, but it's going to get relatively close. It's going to have maybe like a 5%, like a 5% square from like here to here. So I'd say maybe it'd probably be from like, what is it? What did we say? 40, like here to like here somewhere. And then let me see if I can spread this out. So we have a rough estimate of where price could be, right? It's going to be somewhere in this general area eventually, but we don't know how long. So in a case like this, I would buy like a month out calls, and I would generally just ride this out up until we hit that 48.50 level. It could be this week, it could be next week, but the general consensus is that we're just going up. That's basically it. And this is how somebody, or how you would generally play breakout on a stock. You would actually get the previous high, you would see if it actually broke it, and then you would put your fibs on there, you would see what it is, and then you would go 5% down, which is around this level here, and this is where you would take your profit. You would take your profit right at this level, right there. That's where you would take your profit, 48, 43, basically around this area, because we can assume that 5% down, 5% up, there's generally like a 95% chance that it's going to hit this area. So if you're being a little bit more risky, you can actually take, let's say you buy 10 calls, right? You can sell 5 of them at this level and sell the other 5, maybe actually if it actually hits that 51.25 fib level, and then maybe sell half of those and let the rest ride out to see if it potentially hits that 54 price tag on the upside, if this fib actually gets hit or if it gets broken. So I don't have a computer on me, or I don't have like a laptop to record this on. It would generally be a better explanation there, but I hope you guys can kind of understand how I would play a breakout move like this. I would think that this still, again, has an easy 15% upside like this. I would not think that these are tops. I would 100% think that you could still ride this up to at least like $48, I think, on the upside. And again, this is something that can be done with a lot of other stocks. And then from here, you know, basically, that's my little girl. But yeah, I'll probably go live this weekend, maybe tomorrow or Sunday, to explain this a little bit further, because I feel like I'm being a little confusing and just kind of rambling on. But yeah, that's basically the strategy to play, how to play breakout stocks. And I mean, you wouldn't necessarily play this on the same day. You would only play this if it actually breaks previous highs and it creates like a big ass candle like this. So I hope I got a little bit more in depth into this. If not, I will be talking about this tomorrow or Sunday when I go live. So I'll see you guys later.